Hello. As told, my name is Raivo Raestik. I'm CTO of a company called Yoga, and we are doing a business in smart home area. Do you hear me also at the end of this hall? No? Should I talk louder? Okay. Do you hear now? Thank you. Well, I was initially asked to talk about the global need, global customer need of Green ICT solutions. I kindly asked that may I talk about customer need, not the global need. So because I can only talk about in this field where we are actually doing business, so it's a smart home business, in previous years, we were focusing on high-end side, so it means office buildings and private houses, but now we have changed our focus to telecom companies to bring these intelligent buildings to masses. And today I'm more concentrating on high-end customer demands on Green ICT. So basically I can tell you forward that is there any need? So I can tell yes and no. But first, I'd like to tell you what is a smart home at all. So what is Yoga, and then come back to the customer needs. Is there any need or not? So first of all, there's like we tell three whales. Saving energy is the most important thing in this concept. Yeah. Then increasing security and adding comfortability. So these are main ideas why you should use smart home systems at your homes. So which homes, which houses, buildings? So we focus on private houses, office buildings, and also apartment buildings. And Yoga has built up a quite kind of a unique solution, which is scalable, which can be sold through telecom companies to hundreds of thousands to customers, and the buildings can be in different geographical locations, but we still connect them in one web interface. So basically, you have a summer house, you have a main house, and you see from your mobile phone or from your web browser in your computer. And the functionality, actually the Norwegian colleague also told some examples from Norwegian. We try to do all the same things inside one company. So we have one holistic system which includes security, access control, metering, let's say smart metering, lighting control, climate control, and any controllable device controlling. Sorry. Then, as I told, you have a remote access to your home wherever you are. And how we save energy. So I try to give you a very quick overview of Yoga, and I try to leave as much time to the end to open questions, so not to try to talk myself all these 30 minutes. So how we save energy with the smart home. So first of all is the biggest energy wasters are heating, cooling, and ventilating. All of them are needed. All we want to stay in warm house, and in summertime we want to have a cool feeling and not to be sweating in your office or at home. And also we all want fresh air. So heating up the cold air in this Scandinavian region here is quite costly. I would say that cooling is more expensive than heating. So even in Estonia, we need less cooling than heating. Then also cooling must be paid attention to, because actually this costs much more as comparing to heating. So first of all, let's talk about heating. Do we need to heat all these buildings what we actually have built up here? Do we need to heat them 24/7 all the same time with all the same temperature level? So we have used that we go to work, we are very happy when there is warm. So leaving the office, we never turn off the climate control as, let's say, we don't decrease temperature 1 degree, 2 degrees. 8 hours from 24 we use this space, and 16 hours we just heat them just like we heat. But why? So first of all, we try to save heating when there is no movement in the room. The same happening with cooling, because the cooling devices actually having a smaller or shorter inertia, then we can save more on cooling, because let's say I leave my office at 11 o'clock a.m. then and will be back after 3 hours from my meeting. In this time, I don't need to cool at the same time. I can decrease the temperature set point maybe 5 degrees. Why? Because as soon as I step into my room, the fan coil starts blowing the cold air, and with 10 or 15 minutes, it's back with a normal temperature. So I cannot do it with heating, because heating it takes time until this room gets warmed up again. But cooling is very quick process, and we can save a lot of energy here. And finally, the ventilation. Ventilation is a good thing, bringing fresh air. But the bad thing is that we take this heated air or cooled air, and we just throw it out. Now, depending on the efficiency of ventilation device, we can save with heat recovery element there. We can save up to 80 or nowadays already 90%, but still this 20 or 10% heated or cooled down air, it's thrown out, and there it is. So it's very important to start saving on first of all less heating and less cooling, and then finally less throwing it out through ventilation. And next big thing is lights. So nowadays all these big office buildings are using halogen or luminaries type of lights. So very few of them are using LED lights. If the building starts to use LED lights, then the savings with the smart home system is not so remarkable anymore. But till now, it is very cost effective to start saving on lights also. When leaving the room, people in office buildings usually don't switch off, because their minds are full of some thoughts of what is needed to talk to next room colleague or some else. So they never do it. You do it usually at home, but still you forget it. And the system can now take care of switching off lights automatically. Don't let you allow to forget lights on anymore. And as soon as you step in, the lights are switched on again if there is enough dark in the room. So this is more like comfortability. But this comfortability must be combined with this energy saving. Then it gives you the best feeling, let's say, that you have saved energy and you feel good still, that it's doing something else for you, not only saving. Then another good way to save energy is to turn off lights on certain level. So not always you need 100% lighting. Usually I can bring my, let's say, I will bring my example from my own home, and my designer just designed me 3 spotlights with 50 watts bulbs here. So it normally it would take 150 watts. So my smart home system, I can ask that each time I switch on, please put it to 70 or 80%, because it's enough for me. So usually I turn on lights, I use only 80% of the energy instead of 100. And as soon as I need more, for instance, for cleaning or some other activities, so I can turn them fully on. Everyday usage. Taking or considering this 20% saving, it finally at the end of the year will save you some euros. So how much, depending now on the on the space size and lighting solutions what you use there. And finally, another fourth is a standby killer, so we can switch off all the devices when you leave at home or you leave just this room. So it doesn't make sense to turn on or keep on your TV on your bedroom while you are actually spending 8 hours per day in your bedroom. And even then you are using it for 1 hour maybe, not 8 hours all the night long. So to designing the house, you should think about also about the things that you can switch off while you are not in the room. Usually this is not done. But this was now a quick overview how to save energy and what we do in this solution, or how we have built up this solution. And now I would like to come back to the topic of today's about the customer needs. So, do customers at all need this? We have seen in the history that they didn't need it. While we contacted the big real estate developers or construction companies and told them that we have a good solution how to save energy on your buildings, then we were told exactly what you can read here: do not disturb us, we construct. And some of them added some more sentences, kind of, we build in intelligent way enough. So it's enough for us, don't disturb us. So that was the boom time when all the houses were built like you can see now, and they are not very energy efficient, as we have also seen now. Then time has changed, and we have seen yes and no. So it's a good thing that we are contacted from real estate developers and construction companies by themselves, not anymore selling them, and they are asking for solutions. Can we do something together? But there are several buts. They are not ready to invest. This is the worst thing. Then they even if they are willing to invest, then in some stages we understand that they are ready to invest into the buildings isolation, not to the automation. But even foolish people can understand that saving energy or investing your money to energy saving solutions can turn your buildings energy efficient and bringing back money to you in the future. But unluckily, the construction companies still think that when I put beautiful wallpaper into wall, then it's good for customer. But this actually is one-time investment, and after half a year, this wallpaper is not so beautiful anymore. And the quickest way to waste your money is actually put into the wallpapers, which only spend your money, not earn money. So, but let's come back to the courage. So, first thing is that they are asking is, okay, give me a proof. How much does it save? So, what number should I tell them? What do you think? Do you have any idea how much can it save? Yeah, but maybe you can tell the number. Exactly. So what number I should tell you when you ask me, give me the proof? How much do I save? So quite a huge analyze and auditing process should be done, but they need, give me the number. But, yeah, but this is exactly what is happening on the market. Exactly, and now I should tell the number, 20, 50. What do you believe? 30. It's quite average. You believe that? Okay. So actually, the correct answer, which I have to tell them, is that there are some independent investigation or research companies doing the jobs and have analyzed the situation and compared and thought, but this is not enough. They don't believe it. Give me the research what you have in this country, because this research was made in this another country and they have another climate, and give me the number. And now I should give the number. And this is a real life. They expect the number. So I will tell that you have average 30. Yeah, that was correct, actually. This number I use. Then why 30? How does it come? So what kind of investment do you want to do? Do you build up all the sockets with the one cable, so you cannot switch individually the devices off? Or the lights to the one device group, or you put four light groups, and do you dim them when there is not so light or so dark? So it's a lot of this is depending. And then the huge investigation is on ventilation, and ventilation is actually the biggest waster, but the biggest investment. So it means that you have to invest a lot into ventilation when you want to get huge savings. But nobody wants to make these investments, and partially this is the answer, that there is no customer need yet, because they are not ready to investigate. But there is customer need, because they are still coming and asking. So let's go on that this last topic here, not my money, not my problem. What do you think what I mean with this? Whose money I'm talking about and whose problems I'm talking about? Any guesses? Sorry? The builder money, yeah. Construction companies' money. They are building and they are starting to rent out this. Let's say real estate developer then. They are actually investing money. But whose problem it is? Which customer to talk? Yeah. So actually what I meant was that not my money is not my money which is spent afterwards to energy prices, to electricity prices, to gas, or whatever the heating solution or cooling solution is used in the house. So investing or real estate developers do not want to invest a lot of money into energy efficiency, because they are not paying those every monthly fees. So there's conflict of interests. So I want to do the building with the smallest investment, and I don't care what's happening later. But the customers who want to move in, they start more and more thinking which place I should now rent as my office space, where I spend less. And currently the situation is actually, the reality is that all these buildings are spending the same amount, because they are all built up as not energy efficient. So there's not much competition there. And this is, I would like to tell that this is the beginning, not the end. I hope it. Because we have seen at least one case where a real estate developer started to think in a way. And now I think I will give you just an example of one phone call. It was 2009, and it was Friday. It was almost 5 o'clock. So you can imagine the feeling. Everybody was already thinking that now it's weekend, and that's the week is over. So happily, I just gave a call to Tammsaare Business Center, the biggest office building in Tallinn, and I just gave a call to project manager, the construction project manager, not the business side, but the construction side. And I just asked one question, that we have this kind of solutions, blah, 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 and are you interested in that? No, because I think we are already building quite intelligent way, and I think we have nothing to talk about. That was my feeling. In this time I was dealing with sales. Now I'm in development, but this was my everyday life to hear this kind of sentence after several minutes of beginning these phone calls. And then I thought that, oh, once again, and here it stops. And then I just asked 3 questions. What about the heating? Do you heat 24/7 with the same temperature level? How have you built this or planned this heating system there? Yes, we haven't thought about that. What about cooling? And what about lights? And when all these questions were answered as no, we haven't thought about, or no, we don't have this, then the phone call, I think, ended after 1.5 an hour. So usually it happened to be 5 minutes, because don't disturb us, we construct. And after this 1.5 an hour phone call, we continued on Monday, and we agreed a meeting, and even the building was already built in a way that all these monolith constructions were 9 floors already ready, and 3 floors had already glass facade on the building. They were ready to redesign all the electrical schematics and so on to take it into use. So that was a good example to show that it's never too late. So if the real estate developer is thinking about that yes, they need to build something good, then everything is possible. And why I took this example was that this Friday evening phone call ended with a sentence from him that, yes, I fully understand that today we have to build an office building which is more attractive to customers than the other buildings now, because after a year or 2 my house will be empty because the others are coming later on. And they were very smart doing this decision, I would say, and we were happy about the deal. But today I have no proven numbers, because I have no access to these numbers comparing to the other buildings. But there are some stories going around the Tallinn that this building, even it has 9 floors glass facade, which is not so energy efficient. This is quite the most effective or energy efficient building in Tallinn at all. So in 2010, or where the crisis were already in quite deep position there, then the real estate developer gave an interview to, I don't remember what was this TV show, and they told, no, what empty space is there? We are fully booked. So we have a queue here, companies who want to move in. So that was the good example that yes, you do a good business space. It's nice looking, A-class office building, and you have some smart energy system there, and you are attractive to customers. But I think my time is not over yet, or is it? I would like to leave some time to questions also. And I hope I didn't answer the question, is there any customer need or not? Because I would like to leave it to questions or to your head.
We actually had another mic as well. Could we please get it back? It's because of the video conference.
Tõnu Hein, Rakvere Smart House Competence Center. Have you had any projects with Norwegian clients, and how you envision cooperation with Norway?
We haven't had. No, yes, we have. Our partner in designing process, we have a company who's actually whose owners are 50-50 Estonian and Norwegian companies. So we are doing business with them when our customers come and ask that, yes, we want to have this kind of solution to my buildings. Then we tell, yes, we have a designing company or partner company here, and they will make all these documents for you. So in this sense, we have done a business with Norwegian companies. Practically, I would say that I have never talked to Norwegian people to do the business. And from the other side, we are doing a business with Telia Sonera now, and I didn't mention that, but this is our last 2 or 3 years main focus change. As I told that we skipped this high-end side because we didn't see it very ready, this market very ready there, and we turned to telecom companies who could bring this intelligence to masses. And in this sense, we are doing the business with Telia Sonera Group, and Norway comes from the other side there again. But next year, not this year.
Did you get your answer?
But I hope if there are any companies who are interested in doing business together and can offer some value which we are missing now, then we are ready to talk.
Thank you. Do we have any other questions? If not, then thank you.
Thank you. And I would like to leave this question to your head, so think about that.